Tired of seeing home prices just balloon out of your price range because of your stupid competition and low inventory? Well, you might want to consider, yes, condos, which are a lot more affordable, and we're seeing once again a surge in inventory. And speaking of surge, you will not believe where the most expensive condo in Seattle for the month of March is located. Hey guys, Julian Gonzalez here with RSVP Real Estate. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, I know I said condo, and a lot of you guys are already saying, oh, hell no, not a condo, HOA fees, forget about it, I don't want to deal with that. But sometimes, guys, when you're getting frustrated looking for a single family residential home, you might want to consider that some things might balance out just a little bit. I mean, what you pay for a membership for LA Fitness, what you pay separately in cable, internet, that might be already included in an HOA. So in a sense, it does balance out. Another frustrating thing for single family residential homes is that there's not a lot of inventory. And what we're seeing in the condos right now, especially here in King County, we're seeing an increase. It continues to grow. In fact, for King County condos rather, for the month of February, you might remember there was an increase of 47% year over year. In March, that number grew to as much as 22%. And when we're talking about just the number, not so much the percentage, but the number of new listings thrown into the market for condos here in King County for the month of March, it was the most in over a year, almost 2 years rather, since the summer of 2022. Okay, so let's look at the numbers again. I'm gonna go over Seattle, King County first. Look at the Seattle area, and we're gonna go take you out to the east side. Like I mentioned at the top of the video, you're not gonna believe where the highest price condo that sold in the month of March in Seattle, where it's located. The reason I bring it up, guys, because a lot of people don't realize that although it's called a condo, a lot of us think that it's gonna be in a building, like maybe the building's behind me. A lot of times a condo, guys, is an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit, maybe a house, little houses that you see behind a house, or maybe in a community that you see different, like what I call IKEA homes, nice little homes together, but they all pay an HOA fee. That could be considered a condo. And that's why listing agents, a lot of times they double list a house. They'll put it in the condo section of the MLS, Northwest MLS, and they'll also do it out in the condo area, so you can see it twice. And guys, before I continue, if at any point in this video you kind of like it, you're like, man, that was great information that'll help me make some kind of decision in real estate, whether it's buying or selling your homes, greatly appreciate maybe punching the like, and if you haven't done so already, greatly appreciate, especially new viewers to my channel, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And you could, down below in the description, you can schedule something with me down below if you want to talk about your real estate goals or dreams here in the Seattle area. Okay, we're going to start off in King County. We're looking at numbers year over year, March 2023, March 2024, and just to be sure, we're here in condos, guys. So again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we saw an increase of new listings year over year in the month of March of 22%. And as we move a little bit, you look at some of the other numbers, an increase of impending sales. That's a nice large number. Median sales price, guys, that's what a lot of people want to know. And it was an increase of, believe it or not, just $5,000 from February to March, as February came in at 550. This, of course, 555, it increases 11%. And when we're talking about the average sales price, what's interesting here, guys, you see an increase year over year. But from February to March, this number actually dropped. In the month of February, it was actually at $702,000 for the average sales price in King County. In the month of supply of inventory, you do see there 27% on the side. But right here, this was an increase from February to the month of March of 1.9%. Okay, let's move on, guys. All the way, we're gonna go now to Seattle, and just to define what the MLS calls or considers at least Seattle. So we're just around Lake City up here, and we continue down here, this little area right here, which is West Seattle, just above White Center. We say Lake Ridge, that's a growing area. And you just see the rest of the blue line, of course, just nudging Lake Washington. So let's take a look at the numbers for Seattle. And we saw an increase of 5% as first, of course, is the median sales price is $587,500. an increase of just under 10%. It was an increase actually of 5% of the median sales price from February to March. So we are seeing, of course, the prices going up, maybe not as much as what we're seeing in single family residential homes. Pending sales, you see active total listings, then you look at the pending sales, and we're seeing almost a 7% increase since February. When we look at the numbers for March 2023, it's an increase of 14%. And then you see inventory, which is, gosh, guys, what I mentioned before, it's a lot better. It's not great. As a healthy market, it's 4 to 6 months, but it's a lot better than what we see in single family residential homes. Okay, so that are the numbers, or these are the numbers rather, for Seattle and the condos. Again, it's still affordable, guys. And again, as I mentioned at the top of the video and just a short while ago, guys, the most expensive, I hadn't mentioned this one's crazy. The most expensive condo sold in the month of March, okay, here in the Seattle area, sorry, I showed you the map a short little while ago, is located, okay, you're not gonna believe this. Remember, a condo is not condo like we all think of in a building. It could also be an ADU or mother-in-law, or some people call it an efficiency in other parts of the country. And it also be freestanding homes in a community. As long as there's an HOA, that is considered a condo. Where is this one located? Well, first I'll tell you, it's sold for $2.6 million. Where is it located? You might have seen it, or at least the area. You might be familiar with the area if you've gone out to Gasworks Park. Check it out. Here it is, guys. So right here on the East Lake, this is Gasworks Park right here. So when you go look at the fireworks 4th of July, just look over to your left and you can see the home right here. That sold for $2.6 million, guys. It was on the market for 156 days. It's a floating home. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.75 bathroom, and it's just about, or just under 1,900 square feet. It's a floating home that sold for $2.6 million. Is that crazy or what? But hey, it is beautiful. I don't know, go on to Zillow, wherever you might find it, or reach out to me and I'll send you some of the pics. It's a beautiful, beautiful floating home, but for $2.6 million, you'll definitely be sleepless in Seattle thinking about your mortgage payments. Because by the way, that's where Lake Union, this is where basically, I think, or Sleepless in Seattle, the movie, that's where it's based out of, Lake Union. Okay, let's move on, guys. Now let's take a look at numbers for the east side. Remember, this is all the east side right here, and this is where all the big pricey homes are in this area. As we all know, Kirkland and Bellevue, good luck living out there. Most of you cannot afford it. So let's look at the numbers now for the east side. As we look at the median sales price for the condos, they dropped by as much as 8% from the month of February, from 665 to 610. So that's very interesting. And just, 30 days prior was 665, now it's 610, but it still was an increase year over year by 4.27%. As we look at the active listings, there's an increase right there, just the number of active listings, pending sales. As we look at the pending sales, it was, guys, from March, it was basically an increase of yet again, it was 24%. That's what it was in February, an increase 24%, and also in March 24% year over year. Both of those numbers. There you see the number of units sold. 30 units sold more than it did in the month of February, and then you see a slight tick up in the month of February. So where does as we all know, where does the most expensive area in the east side is? Because I've always asked, what drives up the prices on the east side? Well, mostly it's an area that the Northwest MLS considers, let me just show you. It's this little area right here, right? And the Northwest MLS considers this area by a number, because they all go by numbers. It's the 560. So you come in all the way to the very, very top. It's about the exit, I think it's 20A, where Totem Lake is, and it goes along, I think this is Northeast 116th Street. That's what this street is up here. And that's basically right here at South Juanita, as you can see. And it comes right by the golf course. I believe that's Willow Run Golf Course, which is on this side. And it goes all the way down 140th Avenue Northeast, all the way to 520. It avoids Yarrow Point and just goes all the way straight up by Lake Washington Boulevard Northeast. The most expensive homes of the top 3 were sold in this little area. And also down here, there's Hutton. There was the most expensive condo out there. And this was a condo, but it's a freestanding condo. It was a home, beautiful home, sold for $2.8 million. And in this little area here, downtown Kirkland, 2 of the 3 most expensive condos sold in that little area. Beautiful condos of Steeple Rock condominiums. They were developed by the Cordillera Group. Cordillera, if you don't know Spanish, here's your Spanish lesson of the day. Cordillera means mountain range. So the Cascades, they are a Cordillera. So they varied in price up there, but they're both over $2 million, 2 units of the top 3 that sold over $2 million, pushing up the price a little bit. And again, I've said it so many times before, guys, if you go for a condo, make sure you look at the reserve study. Because if you don't study the reserve study, you could be stuck with a really ugly, nasty, and expensive feature assessment. Good luck.